Hey everybody, welcome back to Conscientious Omnivore. My name is Pal. Out here in the garden on a very sunny and very hot day. It's about 2 o'clock. Been out here since morning and just finished up doing a bunch of planting, and I also weeded the entire mulched bed here. So there were weeds coming up, especially near the tomatoes and the peppers. It seems like wherever I pulled back the mulch, you know, it's obviously like the less ground cover, or the less mulch covering the ground, I should say, the easier it is for the grass and weeds underneath to pop up. But still, I would say not bad, considering, you know, I de-weeded this entire mulch bed alone in maybe like about an hour and a half. So yeah, that's like not too bad. And planted a bunch more stuff. I brought more tomatoes, little ones. I don't know if they're really going to do much, quite honestly. And I've got another tray left that I still need to plant. I still got some open space like right in there. The ones I planted were kind of going in there. And then I also planted Physalis, which is the ground cherry, in a couple of rows here. I'm going to have a separate video about the ground cherry. I really love those things. Excuse me. Those are really cool fruits, and I'll have a separate video on that coming up soon. And yeah, the tomatoes are doing really good. I got to go get some stakes and stand them all up, because a bunch are kind of flopping down, and I don't really want that to happen. Last year, if you guys remember from my videos, I didn't really stake any of the tomatoes, and I really just ended up using like a bunch of sticks to kind of prop them up, and it was not pretty. And we actually lost a ton of tomatoes to kind of just them being flopped over and didn't really see them, plus the slugs got them easier. And yeah, just a bunch just rotted on the vine because we just didn't see them in time, or, you know, the slugs got them before we had a chance. So I think, you know, if we really just take better care of them, I should be able to keep the weeds under control better too, because if they're not flopping all over the place, I can actually walk between them. With the mulch, that's one of the huge benefits, is that you can walk right over it. It doesn't compact your soil, won't harm any of the plants nearby, because your weight is kind of distributed across the mulch. So that's really cool. The artichokes here at the end aren't doing too great. You can see one down here. That one's probably the best looking one. There's 4 of them all together, kind of on the edge of the mulch bed here. The ones that I had planted last year in the side garden at my in-laws place, those came out this year and they're looking great. I'll probably just like overlay a video here so you can see those. But I'm hoping that these survive too, and then next year they'll do better. That seems to be what happened over there in the other garden. And then these are the little Physalis ground cherries. This one, that one, and that guy down here. So yeah, the peppers are looking really good. The marigolds are looking beautiful. There's actually some really nice flowers already coming out, so that's really cool. That one's getting really huge over here between the peppers. A bunch of the peppers have flowers and the, you know, beginnings of little fruit coming on them. Some of them were kind of buried and lost in the weeds. I've kind of de-weeded those now. Some of those have been really small. They kind of stayed small, so that was a mistake. I probably should have been coming and weeding sooner, but hey, I'm doing the best I can. Got another marigold in here that's gonna have a flower on it really soon. You can see the colors on them are really nice. Let me just walk in here so I can show you guys. And this one's really cool. It's like a multicolored one. So as I said in the other video, these supposedly help keep away a bunch of pests that really like the nightshade family, so the tomatoes and the peppers. I got a couple more that I need to still plant out. They're in pots. There's some more down here. These are going to be flowering later. That's a little pepper over here by my foot. And that's another marigold. More marigold. The zucchinis are doing really good. Got a couple that are actually fruiting over here. I'm fairly certain this is a zucchini, because they're usually the things that fruit down low near the stem like this. So you can see got quite a few on there. Probably be able to start getting some fresh zucchinis in maybe like another 2 weeks or so, maybe even sooner. It's been so hot, and it's actually been quite uncommon, but we've been getting a lot of rain. So last summer was extremely dry. We had like almost no rain, and now we've been getting rain like every few days. So I don't know, good for the plants. The corn is doing great. Some of them are really tall. You can see like the ones up over there. I have no idea which kind is which. I planted a bunch of different varieties, so we'll see what happens. I know if you're planting corn and you really care like about cross-pollination and stuff, like I guess you should really kind of plant specific ones together, but I'm not there yet. At some point I'll maybe do that. And next year I think what I would like to do is really actually do a multi kind of stage approach. I want to do some corn just straight in the ground and then not bother with the rolls, and then do some like this and then plant them out, and just see if that multi-attack strategy works out any better. These guys aren't doing too good. They're just like, they look fine, but they're just not really growing yet. I'm hoping they kind of catch up to the other ones. That one and the one in the corner are really just the ones that seem to be doing best. I just planted another one today. This one had been growing in a little pot. That one's looking pretty good now. So I just got a chance to plant that one out. Yeah, so everything's doing pretty good. I'm really overdue for some work here with the garden, or with the lawn I should say, because I really gotta get in and start doing that. So I think what I'll do is take a lunch break now. I brought some fruit with me. I'll eat that and I'll go pick some currants from the back. That's definitely something. Actually, I'll show it to you guys. It's got an insane amount of fruit left on it. And there's some sour cherries on this tree over here too. I'll probably pick those. There's not too many. Maybe a couple handfuls. Go through the jungle here. My neighbor's doing a bunch of work in his garden too. But yeah, this is gonna make for a tasty treat here in the shade. It's really hot. So yeah, let me take a break. I'll be back with you guys. You guys can see the onions that I planted out that I got from my brother. They've all like come up and they're all going to seed now. So I actually need to still learn what it is I'm supposed to do with these. So I don't know if it's like you wait for the flower to go and then you collect the dry seeds and then you can use those for planting more stuff, or you just let it fall down here and then this will be like a big onion patch next year. If somebody knows, let me know in the comments. I need to ask my brother. I'm sure he knows, but I haven't had a chance. So my priority was just getting them planted. So there they are, they're planted. You can see most of them are starting to flower here. That one still hasn't, that one. And the reason I wanted to show you guys this too is because this big weedy patch here, I marked off with a bunch of sticks so I wouldn't mow down the onions by mistake. And obviously they're in no danger of being mowed. But what I wanted to show you guys was the other reason I put these sticks here is there are a bunch of wild strawberries down here. And yesterday my brother-in-law and his wife came with my family out here to see the property because they hadn't seen it before, and we were just feasting on these little wild strawberries. They are so ridiculously sweet. This is like 100 times better than any store-bought strawberry. They're really tiny, and there's really, you know, you got to collect kind of a few of them to have a good meal, but they're super delicious. Even the ones that kind of look unripe, they're crazy sweet, and yeah, they're really amazing. So I'm going to try to propagate as many of these things as possible and leave them space to grow. You can see a bunch more down here. There's fruit everywhere. I mean, if you're willing to look a little bit, look at how much is down right over there. There's fruit everywhere. In there, there's a bunch. So yeah, just taking a break here and enjoying the fruits from the land. It's really good. Alright guys, I think that's it for today's video. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give it a big thumbs up. I appreciate that. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. I think the garden is off to a good start. I'm really happy with the growth, and we'll see, you know, what the summer brings. But so far so good. I think we're looking to be on a good track. See you guys in the next one. Bye.